y'all seem to love these Q&As and I love answering questions. So I thought I would do another one because y'all ask so many questions and there's a lot to my whole new life and things change. So thought I would do another Q&A, answer a lot of burning questions, and let y'all know a little bit more about me. So we asked on my daily update page. My sister runs that on Instagram and then my mom runs the one on Facebook. And that originally started as just a group to keep family and friends updated with what was happening with me when I was in the hospital instead of texting everybody individually. And then it kind of turned into this little group of family and friends and then people in our community, and then it kept expanding and expanding, and now it's like a whole little, I don't even know what it is. It's crazy. But we still post daily updates to this day, and we did not think that was something that was gonna happen. We thought we'd stop after like I left the ICU, and then once I got to rehab, y'all were like, no, you can't stop. So we did rehab, and then once I left rehab, we're like, okay, we're done. And people are like, no, like I wait for these every single day. Like I'm so invested, y'all have to keep going. And we're like, I'm just going home, like it's not gonna be that interesting. Some days I don't think it's that interesting. I think it's just because it's my life, but y'all seem to like them, so we don't mind doing them. It's just funny because like when I see people in person and they like follow the page, they'll be like, oh yeah, so yesterday when you're doing this, blah, 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 blah. And it's just weird because people know what's going on in my life, and sometimes I forget, but I love it. It's great. I'm an open book, I don't mind sharing, so if it's helping one person out there, that's great. So anyways, I'm gonna get into some of the questions. Again, we asked the questions on that page because they're a little different than my personal account. So yeah, I'm gonna answer some questions. So first we'll talk about some medical stuff, and just updates on all of that. So this question says, are you able to not wear those stockings that help with your blood pressure all the time now? So I used to have to wear the blood pressure stockings and then a blood pressure like abdominal binder, because I was just having so many problems with my blood pressure being so low, even though I am on medicine for it and everything. And I'm yawning right now because I need to take my medicine. But as I'm improving and my spinal cord is starting to come out of shock, doctors don't quote me on that, but as my body's adapting, it's starting to equal out. So now I can wear one or the other. If I'm wearing neither, I get tired and I yawn a lot, but I wear one or the other. And since it's the summer, I'm wearing lots of shorts and skirts and dresses, and I personally don't love the looks of the stockings, so I just wear the abdominal binder. I'm wearing a dress right now, and it's just under that and you can't see it. But sometimes if I'm wearing like crop tops or something, you can see it, but I don't have to wear both of them, which is great now. But I'm still taking my medicine, which I'll probably be on that for a while, if not a couple like years, or I don't know. But one or the other is usually it. And then if I'm at the pool or in a bathing suit, I wear neither, and I'm laying down, so I'm good. It really depends on my day. My body, we just kind of say it does what it wants because it does. It's all over the place. This question I think is so funny, and my family and I joke about it all the time. The question is, have you ever broken an arm or a leg or a bone before the accident? And I have been a overall very healthy kid. Being in sports my whole life, I've never broken a bone, I've never fractured anything, I've never had to have surgery for anything. Of course, I've had my handful of concussions, but concussions in, I sprained my ankle one time, and I was out for like a couple weeks, but like that was the extent. Overall, I've been a very healthy kid, and we say it's funny because, of course, the first bone I break happens to be my neck and leaves me paralyzed. And we like to say, I like to go big or go home, and if I was gonna break a bone, I was gonna break a bone that changed my life. So I'm about to take my medicine, hold on. Anyways, so I've never broken a bone other than my neck, and I broke my C6, which is my cervical 6. It's about 1 inch below your hairline in the back. Pretty high up, very high up. It affects a lot. But yeah, first and only bone I've broken, fingers crossed, and it was a big one. So go big or go home, you know? You can't do anything normal. You can't do anything normal because that's boring. So I've got a lot of questions about feeling in my body, if I can feel my fingers, if I can feel my legs, my arms, whatever. If you're new, I'll kind of do the whole rundown, or if you've forgotten or whatever. So I can feel my whole body, which is pretty amazing. I guess a lot of people didn't know that. Even some of my friends and family didn't know that. But yeah, I can feel my full body. A few weeks, I was still in the ICU, but a few weeks after my accident, I could start to feel my legs, and my feet and everything, which is amazing. The feeling's not like it used to be. It's not normal, but it's still there. I would say it's more, I don't even know, it's faint, I guess. It's just different, and the feeling is different. So like, I'm rubbing my leg right now, I can feel that. But if I hit my leg, like, I can feel that. But if you like lightly put your finger on my leg, can't feel that. And then when I was in the hospital and everything, I'd have to get shots in my stomach for like blood thinners. And I can feel my stomach, if like I'm rubbing my stomach, I can feel that. If I hit my stomach, I can feel that. But when they would give me the shots, I couldn't feel it at all. So just, there's different levels. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know a lot about medical stuff. But in easy terms, I guess I can try to explain it, or at least to my knowledge, I can explain it. But there's different levels of feeling, and I can feel some feeling, can't feel other feeling. And some will come, but once I get something back, it like won't go away. So like once I get feeling in my legs, like the feeling's not gonna go away. I think. That's what I've heard. So don't quote me on that. There's a lot of good information out there on the internet if you're curious, but what you have to remember with spinal cord injuries is everyone's different, and there's no comparison. So even if it's the same level of injury as me, the spinal cord's crazy, and your body's crazy, and everybody's body is different, and everybody's like level of recovery is just different. Frustrating, I know, but also encouraging, because it's like just there's nobody to compare it to, so your road to recovery is your own. When you work out, are you building muscle in the areas that are injured? Complex question, complex answer. Don't know exactly how to answer this, but I am gaining, yeah, I would say yes. I'm gaining more mobility and control over things that were injured and below the level of my injury. So I'm gaining more core function, I'm gaining more stability, I'm gaining strength in my arms. Oh my gosh, those look good. They look good. I'm getting strength in my back and even in my legs, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gaining strength everywhere, and which is so exciting. And my trainer said that like as I'm gaining, like I'm not gonna lose, I'm not gonna backtrack, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, keep eating a lot, which has been a big struggle for me, and keep working out, I'm on the right track. So that's always super exciting. What is your daily pain level, 1 through 10? I would say it depends on the day, but on average, I would say like a 5. I only have pain in my hands, and only my left hand actually. My right hand's fine. I'm thankful I only have pain in my hand, but it is very, very painful. Sometimes it keeps me awake at night. Anything. So I have nerve pain, and nerve pain is very frustrating because you can't see it, and it looks fine, but it's terrible. It's terrible. Like, I wish it was like bloody or like super bruised or something, just so people could see how painful it is, because it hurts so bad. I looked it up and a lot of people describe it as like tingling or like burning, and I'm like, I wish it was just tingling and burning. Mine feels like, I'm not even being dramatic, I have a very high pain tolerance, but it feels like you take a needle and like you light it, and so it's like hot, and then you like put it in my skin and you like just drag it up and down my fingers, like constantly. That's what it feels like. And I swear it is terrible. I've had it for a long time, since my injury, so sadly I'm kind of used to that pain, but it's constant. And then anytime I touch anything or like go like that and stretch out my fingers, it makes it worse. And when people grab my hands, it's terrible. So a lot of people are curious about showers, and it's not as interesting as you think it would be. I have a shower chair, or if I'm in a hotel or something, they usually have benches in like the handicap rooms, and I just sit, and then I have a handheld shower head, so I can hold on to it because it's pretty thick, go over, and then I have to get my sister and my mom to help me like with everything, you know, but it's not that bad. Is it possible for you to walk again? Anything's possible. I'm not gonna say no, and I'm not gonna say yes. It's a difficult question to answer because it's like, obviously I want to be like, yes, I'm 100% going to, but you know, I don't know, only God knows. So I'm kind of giving that to him, and having him decide. He knows what's gonna happen. And so I think that's something that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like crazy. I could never, like I would be so angry or just so confused and frustrated and not being able to understand. But I don't know, I think my faith is something that's helped me so much through this journey, and one of the biggest reasons, the biggest reason why I'm able to be so positive and so thankful for everything, and work so hard, is because I'm gonna do the best that I can and give the rest to God, and he knows what's best, you know? I don't know what's best for me, but he does, so that's the plan. Ooh, I like this question. So it says, can you feel your legs when you're standing with help and this exoskeleton? So yeah, I can feel my legs and I can feel them moving. If I move my legs, like with my hands, my arms, which I'm doing right now, or if someone's moving my legs, or if I'm standing, like you've seen in some of my workout videos, or if I'm in the exoskeleton, which is that huge machine that straps on me and walks for me, I can feel my legs moving, and it's pretty cool. So when I stand up, I can feel the weight go into my legs, which is amazing. It's a great feeling. It's not as cool of a feeling as I wish it was though, because I've been walking and I've been, air quotes, normal for 17 years, so it's not the most unreal feeling because I'm not that far out from my injury. But it's nice. It's nice to stand up, get weight in my legs, and just feel that, because you know, if you're in a car ride for a long time, you get tired of sitting. It's a different type of tired of sitting, but it just feels good to be on my feet. So I really enjoy that. I'm gonna move on to answering some random questions that don't really have a genre. Do you prefer when people bend down or just stand up to chat with you? I think it depends on the situation. No, stand up when you talk to me, actually. Even if it's really loud, I'll raise my voice. But when people like bend down to talk to me, it just feels like belittling, you know? And I just don't appreciate it. If you do it, like I don't care, like I'm not gonna get mad, but I'd prefer if you stood up. But like if I really don't care that much. But like if you want to bend down because you actually can't hear me, then like bend down, not like, you know, like a little kid. Like I'm not a little kid, I'm just not as tall as you, so just do what you prefer. I don't care. But if you're asking me, I'd prefer if you just stood up. Is that rude? I don't mean to be rude, but that's a good question because some people ask me. Do what's comfortable for you. Favorite part about prom? Just being a kid, honestly. It was just nice to be a teenager, be around kids my age, and just do something different because, I mean, I've been to like homecomings and stuff, but prom was different. It was more fun. Yeah, it was a good group of kids. I enjoyed it. How was the new chair? I got a new wheelchair if you did not know. I'll show you in a second. And I love it. It's mine. It's not a rental. It's mine. And I got all matte black and I love it. I got power wheels too. And if you don't know what those are, they're wheels and if you push, then it'll like extend. So like if I push a little bit, it's gonna keep rolling a lot further than I actually pushed it. And I can there's an app and then I can change how far like it'll roll and how much power is in the wheels, and then you like charge them at night. They're really, really cool and they're gonna help me so much when I'm at school and like if I'm just out and about, so people don't have to push me, because like as you can see my arms are getting stronger, but they get fatigued really easily because I lost my biceps and my triceps, still gaining them back, still strengthening them. And since I'm not able to move my fingers and grip the wheels, it takes a lot more effort and energy just to push one time than like if I could grip the wheels to really get a good push. So it's something I'm working on, but I have that help of the assistive wheels and they're also sick looking. I'll show you what they look like. I don't have them on right now. I have normal wheels on, but they're really cool. But they weigh a lot. They're like 15 pounds per wheel, and that's a lot. You're pushing a lot more. So if the power's not on, that's like 30 extra pounds that I'm pushing, and you would not believe the difference it makes. But I'm very thankful I got them. It's amazing. But I have normal wheels, which I have on right now, and then those. So I can kind of pick which ones I want. If I want to push more that day, I got my normal wheels, and then I have my power assist as well. And I'm so excited that I finally have my own wheelchair and it's not a rental. And then another question is, do I still have my standing chair, the bigger power chair? And yes, I do. It's in another room, but I still use that to stand and do other things. But my main goal was to be in a manual wheelchair, the one I'm in right now, and I've achieved that goal and I use it every day. I don't use my powered one every day, if I'm being honest. I just like the way the manual one looks. I think I've talked about this before, but I think it looks, I don't know, I felt like I was just getting swallowed by the other one, just because of how big it was. I just felt like I was sitting in like a machine, like a go-kart, and it was awesome because I just gotta push myself around with a little joystick. But I like the effort of pushing myself in my wheelchair and getting stronger, and it's just so much more convenient, because I can ride in any car and not just my car, because we can take this chair apart and I can ride in my friends' cars, I can ride in my siblings' cars, and it's just, I like it. It was my goal and I've achieved my goal, so I want to maintain it. What are you hoping to study in college? I want to study business. Always wanted to study business, and I don't know exactly what in business. I know business is very broad, but I want to keep the doors open. You know, a lot of people change, not everybody, but almost everybody changes their major multiple times when they're in college, and knowing that I'm not setting myself too far out in the future, because all this has taught me a lot, but it's taught me not to stress about the future a lot and just to like chill, like just chill out and don't stress about the future, because you know what, you could spend years planning out the future and stressing about it, and it might not even happen. So I want to study business. Do I know where I want to go? No. Do I know what I want to do in the future? Yeah and no. I'm just enjoying life right now, and business is the broad topic that I want to study, And once I get there, then I'll find out what I want to do. This person asked, what's one thing you're always talking to God about in your prayers? I love this. This is such a beautiful question. And I think this is something that I like want to ask my friends and people I talk to, because this is an amazing question. Thank you for asking that. I think relationships, honestly. Relationships with family, friends, and everybody. I think relationships are something that's so complex and forever changing. And I think it's something that I consistently talk to God about multiple times throughout my day. Just how to handle certain situations, how to be the best version of myself, not only for me, but for that person. Asking God, like, maybe I might not know what they need or what they're going through, but how I can be there for them. And if I'm struggling with something, maybe how we can figure it out together, you know? But relationships are like the main thing I talk about. And that's amazing. That is such a good question. I love that. I want to know what other people say. I'm going to ask my friends. I might post on my private story. Be like, guys, answer this. I love that question. Thank you so much for asking that, seriously. In your dreams, are you walking or are you in a wheelchair? I love this question too, because it's changing. It's constantly changing. Sometimes I'm walking, sometimes I'm in a wheelchair, sometimes I'm doing both. And it makes sense because, again, I've walked for so long that I don't think about it. And when I'm in a wheelchair in my dreams, I also don't think twice about it, because it's like they're both normal to me. One's not more normal than the other, so it's just like, it depends on the dream, honestly. And I'm random. Never know what's gonna happen in my dreams. What is the most surprising thing that you have learned from your accident? Medically speaking, I think just how much the spinal cord controls everything. I did not realize how important it was and how crazy, like, your body is. I know it's maybe silly, but I do not like medical stuff at all. I like watch Grey's Anatomy, you know, but like, I just didn't realize how strategically everything is placed and made, and how God created this crazy body that we have, and just how insane it is. I can't even explain. It's crazy. And if one thing's off, then that can mess this up and that can mess that up, and then which can lead to this. It's crazy how we're made. And I say this and this sounds bad, but I cannot believe how more people aren't paralyzed. I like look back on things I've done and I'm like, okay, I should have gotten hurt there. I've done, not like I've done crazy things, but like I've done some crazy things, and how did I not get injured, you know? And people, like, I hear stories of like adults being like, oh yeah, I used to, like, when I was a kid, like, jump off our roof into our grass and like all this stuff, and like do crazy things, and like people go cliff diving and like all these things. And I'm like, what? It's just crazy how our body protects ourselves and just how strategic everything is. So I think the craziest thing is just how everything works. And if something happens, which is very, very intrusive to the body, how the body tries to heal itself, or kind of like shuts down to heal itself. Describe your favorite kind of day. I would love to. All right, so my perfect day happens a lot during the summer, and could make me cry, seriously. I love life so much. Like, I can't even tell you how much I love life. If you have been through something that's like changed your life or made you be like, ooh, life is really precious, I think it makes everything so much better. Of course, I have days where I'm like, oh, like, I hate this, like, I don't want to do this. But then I just try and put things in perspective. But I would say majority of the time, I absolutely love life. And if it was the perfect day for me, I would wake up at like 8:30, 9, and I would go get coffee from Starbucks, or a refresher from Starbucks with my mom and sister and friends or my family or something. And then we would come back and we would get our bathing suits on and we would get ready and listen to music. And then we'd get in the car, we'd get in my sister's car, she has a convertible, put the top down, windows down, it's sunny out, it's the summer, it's blaring music, blaring my music, of course. My music's better than everybody else's. I'm kidding. But you know, you like your own music, so I have like a summer playlist, only listen to it in the summer. Yeah. And we would drive, listen to music, and drive to the lake, and get on a boat, and just be on the boat, feel the water, splashing my skin, and just looking at the water, and then just hanging out on water. Or being by the ocean, being on the beach, and then coming back at night, and your skin is like sun-kissed and a little tender. And shower, and then maybe sit on the couch, order food, and watch a movie or watch a TV show or something. And just all cuddle together. That would be like the perfect day. Those are some of my favorite days. Simple, simple. I just want to be by water. What's your favorite drink? I'm a big drink gal. Big drink gal. I love like fun drinks just all throughout your day. It makes it more fun. Of course, you have to drink water. Yeah, I know. But I like strawberry acai refreshers, like with lemonade from Starbucks. I like iced, like, what is it? What's it called? Brown. Mariah always orders the coffee. Brown shaken espresso.
Espresso.
What'd I say? Espresso. Espresso. With cold foam on top. That's so good. I like Shirley Temples. I like Coke. I like Sprite. I like soda. Just a big drink girl. Yeah. Like, I will like drinks more than like snacks. Do you have photos from the night of your accident? Yes. I have pictures. I'm pretty sure they're on my Instagram and stuff. Lots of pictures from in the hospital, and then on the update pages we have pictures from every single day. Yeah, it's weird looking back at them. I kind of enjoy it. Not enjoy it. I like that my family took pictures. I wanted them to take pictures because obviously I don't remember a lot of it. So I wanted to see it because it's kind of a big part of my life. So I wanted to see all of it. So I made sure they documented as much as they could. So it's cool to look back on and just see how crazy, see how far everything is. Like right here, there used to be a huge tube in through there, and that's how I breathed. Like, that's crazy. And now I'm breathing on my own and able to work out and all that stuff. So it's amazing. Alright, so I hope you liked those and answered some new questions for y'all. You got to know me a little more. And yeah, I do Q&As pretty often, and I have a few other ones from earlier that you can look on my page. But I will see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.